quick.
Okay. Hey guys, welcome to the 10th episode of the Melee Stats Podcast featuring me and Edwin, your returning host, Wheat, who is a lot closer than me than normal, and Practical Test returning again. Also, another update on the update I gave at the beginning of the last episode. We are over on SoundCloud. The newest episode will be over on SoundCloud, the download, probably around the same time the VOD goes live on YouTube. And it should be live on iTunes. I'll give you a better confirmation on that. We're still working on the uploading and working out the kinks, but it should be over there on iTunes. And with that all taken out of the way, I'll pass it over to Edwin to get started with our usual weekend recap.
Hey guys, this is Edwin. If you're watching this, you'll notice that I'm not live, or my camera's not live right now, and that's because it's not working at the moment. But enough about talking about my camera. We gotta talk about the thing that we always talk about every podcast.
AbsentPage?
Worse, dude. We gotta talk about Michael getting 9th at this tournament. How is this happening? How is this a thing? How is Michael out here getting 9th at a tournament just at a super major months after winning the National Arcadian?
You saying why did his run stop at 9th?
No.
This is Give Me That Weed, by the way.
Top 8 is the real question. By the way, I'm Practical Test, just in case
for the audio.
You are
You can do your...
on an audio version.
Audio boys, this is Wheat.
I'm SaveAsUntitled.
I just can't believe, like, he had to beat Lance in the Pants and Cobb to make it to top 12. That is so ridiculous. Like, Lance in the Pants and Cobb are really good players for the region, but just, like, compare that to any other super major or, like, any other national. I can't imagine someone getting, like, to Michael's credit, he beat Rocky before, and Rocky is definitely a really good player. But I'm looking at top 64, like, I can't imagine, like, beating 2 unranked players to make it to top 12 at a tournament with like 900 people. That's crazy.
It's so wild that his play-in match for top 64 were harder than his first 2 top 64 matches.
I think Lance got what would have been Axe's spot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of disingenuous to call this the same level as a super major because he didn't get 9th at like Genesis. I think there were about 40, a little under 40 with people dropping top 100 players.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, Michael was seated probably around somewhere in the 30s to 40s. I should know. And it's not, like, as crazy as him, like a sub-top 100 player, making 9th at, like, EVO or Genesis or something.
Right. But even still, at a national caliber event, like, I still think it was such a perfect storm for him.
Yeah, he got the God bracket.
Or he got the regional God bracket.
It just adds more credence to people that they shouldn't just look at placings. Because if you see Michael got a 9th placing at an event this big, you just be like, oh my god, he's amazing. He's top 20 right now, but nah.
Okay, hypothetical question. Say Rocky actually beat Michael in the top 64 play-in. Who of Rocky, Lance, and Cobb gets 9th?
I think Rocky.
I think Rocky.
I would take Rocky.
Probably
Rocky pretty
yeah.
solidly. Cobb is really good. Like, that's not impossible for him to win, but I'm pretty sure Rocky has a lot of peach practice. Or he strikes me as the Falco that would be good in that matchup.
Yeah, he's got a lot of practice losing to Keizu.
Yeah, Keizu was the first person I thought of. I mean, Azusa maybe. I don't know if Azusa still plays at all.
Azusa does not play.
You do have to take into account the fact that the only person of those 3 that beat somebody like highly ranked was Cobb when he beat Lucky 3-2.
Is it kind of weird that I wasn't too surprised by that? Like, I saw Lucky and Cobb play in bracket, and immediately the thought of Michael possibly getting 9th by beating Lance and Cobb, I was like, oh, yeah, Cobb, you know, like, really solid Midwest/South or whatever. Like, he's the #1 Kentucky right now. Like, oh, he can definitely upset, like, Lucky if he's playing really impatient or bad. Lucky got eliminated by 2 peaches or he got beaten by 2 peaches at this tournament, so tough times.
Also, I think something that is funny is Lucky played Cobb, but would have had to play AbsentPage if AbsentPage didn't lose to Ben. Like, it's one more layer.
That whole quarter of the bracket was just a mess.
Yeah.
Or 8th of the bracket, I guess.
Let's go, Minnesota Ben. I think I brought him up on the last week of the last episode of the podcast. Minnesota Ben, let's go. He's out here. Minnesota Ben, for the guys that don't know him, I recognize him from being formerly being one of the highest ranked Sheiks on Smash Ladder. But he's also top 5 in Minnesota, along with like I forget if Slayer's there, but he's up there with like 100 grand and a few other people that are pretty solid. Yeah, I just my main memory of Michael from this tournament, or two of my main memories will be Michael 3-stocking Leffen on Battlefield to start their set, and then in the middle of game 3 with them tied at 2 stocks each, Sleepy K just starts laughing in the middle of the match, and Rishi, his fellow co-commentator, just says, "I can't believe what I'm watching right now," as Leffen is like dash dancing, clearly respecting Michael's space and very afraid that he's gonna get like up air arrested at 35% or whatever if he catches his jump.
I mean, Puff is S tier. Like, what do you want? Puff's second best in the game.
Puff is yes tier.
Puff is very S tier, yeah. According to my most recent tier list.
Can you
Check that out
imagine?
on Twitter.
Oh my god! Can you imagine if Michael won? Like Michael
tournament?
he brought Leffen to last stock in game 4. If Michael got like an up throw into an up air into a regrab, up throw, instant rest. Like, can you imagine how, like, I'm pretty sure the venue would have exploded.
Oh,
had
yeah,
he brought
absolutely.
it to
Yeah,
game 5.
I'm sure.
Even his
100%.
set with Pew Pew was really close. I'm pretty sure every game went to last stock. And I don't know if you guys saw, like, Pew Pew's attempt at hugging Michael after the set, but it was really uncomfortable to watch.
I saw half of that. I was like, what is going on? And also the size difference between them as well.
Michael just was a lot bigger.
Yeah, Michael is like, what? He's over 6 feet, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
We're melee
Yeah.
stats.
Look,
yeah.
I know that we call ourselves melee stats.
We don't have those stats.
I don't have.
Let's just put it that way.
I
Didn't
think
Tafo have like
Wait,
a
yeah.
spreadsheet of heights
Yeah,
of
Tafo
players?
sent us this spreadsheet one time, and he said, "All right, guys, fill in what you can." And it was a list of like 20 different top players and commentators, and one thing was weight, and one thing was height.
Oh my gosh.
And he was like, "Yeah, just fill in what your best guess." And I assumed it was for Summit or something, but it's been like 9 months or something.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a
Nothing's
while.
happened with it.
Oh.
Dude, one of the most underrated sets from this tournament, and I can't believe no one talked about it enough, but SFAT versus King Momo was a bonker set. Like, King Momo, that guy is so out of control when he plays. He's nuts. He also beat Bladewise this tournament, which I thought was a really impressive victory.
Yeah, it's a shame for
Looks like we'll be
Bladewise.
right back.
I don't know if my man is going to make it in the 30s for the next SSBM rank. That's like one of the saddest things to me.
Forget SSBM rank, dude. Bladewise's case for top 100 of all time grows slimmer by the day.
Alright, whatever.
Did you make a top 100 list of all time, Edwin? I've never heard you
Oh
talk
yeah,
about
let
it.
me. Oh, one other cool result. This didn't happen in top 64, but Jakenshaken beat Reeve, so he gets to add another good name to his resume for the year.
My
That's
boy.
your guy, right, Save?
Yeah, I love that man.
Jakenshaken. Just
He
a-
needs to get like a couple more, and then I can profit off him by making a video about him. Then I
Just a-
really like him.
Yeah, just a solid Midwest Ohio Marth player. Like,
Yeah,
that's
great.
That was the first non Spacey that he got a top 100 win off of, right?
Oh,
Maybe.
Reeve is not top 100.
Oh well,
Yeah,
it's
Reeve
like,
is, like, just
yeah, it's
outside.
fringe top 100. It's a good win.
Wait, are we gonna
That's a
talk
fine
about
one.
the upset of the tournament? Travioli 3-2ing Zamu.
Well, it's happened before. And actually, Travioli also has a win on Cal. Travioli,
Oh right, yeah.
Travioli just might be the a death sentence for any upcoming Midwest Fox.
Dude, oh, want to know something? The other thing that was nuts. HomeMadeWobbles didn't make top 64. He lost it. He got eliminated by Purple Scoo, who I've never heard of.
Who?
Purple,
Do any of you?
I believe that's a Dallas Peach player.
Jesus Christ.
I could be wrong about that.
How do you know everybody?
Well, that could be wrong is the thing.
I mean, it sounds good to me.
I could probably say anything.
Yeah,
as long as it's not like
Realistically.
it's the North Korean nest, you know.
Dude, because homemade waffles, like I don't know, he could have beaten Travioli had he gotten that far. He could have beaten Samu. He could have maybe outside shot at beating Rishi, and then homemade waffles against SFAT for top 24. His run would, but I feel like this was, if he had just gotten by Scoo, this is actually kind of favorable for him. It's tough.
I think he could have actually beaten Hungrybox twice. And won the
Oh,
tournament.
When has that ever happened? When has he beaten Hungrybox in a set? I can't think. I can't remember that.
Press 1. Can we talk about how Wobbles and Homemade Waffles, they commentated, of course, like they always do, but they also teamed for doubles.
Yes.
And apparently, if they made top 8, they would have commentated their own matches while playing.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I don't know. Like Wobbles said, like that's the dream or something like that. He's like, we missed out on it, but that does not sound like it's one of the worst things that I could possibly imagine in terms of commentary. Homemade Waffles and Wobbles playing and commentating.
I don't think it'd be necessarily good. It'd be interesting.
No, it would be fantastic for Waffles.
Dude, Wobbles would miss something and just like get all passive aggressive and would just shut down.
I feel like
No.
I feel like at some point, like if he was getting really upset, Wobbles would just stop talking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, that's exactly
Absolutely.
that's what I just said. And then it'd be Waffles. I guess that's the issue of having Wobbles
it would
and
be
Waffles.
Waffles solo commentating, like shit talking his opponents, like even as they're losing, in the hopes that it would get them back in the game. And then probably Wobbles like popping off when they win.
Would we rather see Wobbles self-commentate or DJ Nintendo self-commentate?
I'll pick Wobbles because I enjoy watching him play when he was really good.
We got that one beautiful thing where DJ and the Moon were playing. I forget at what, but they
yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. Where DJ was complaining about crouch cancel.
Yeah, he was like so mad about it. He was complaining about all this stuff. Yeah, it was great.
Westballs was literally just spamming running shine, and Hungrybox is doing nothing. He said something like that, or something equally ridiculous sounding.
I feel like I would pick DJ just for like the random minutia that he would definitely throw out there, like as he's playing. Like, oh yeah, this combo definitely only works from like this percent to this percent as he has his opponent at that percent, or something ridiculous like that. Or just pull out some random like Bowser technology and explain it as he's doing it, and it was like, oh, and you shouldn't have gotten caught by that because you could have gotten out of it by doing this.
I don't have faith in DJ Nintendo, like his cheese not working against a like a top player and still being able to be like insightful. Like I don't see him being down 2 stocks to like Reeve or something, and like being a joy on commentary.
Dude, two other crazy things: Lod beating Shroomed and Duck beating None. Duck beat a Falcon, guys. He beat a Falcon at the same tournament he lost to Leffen and Zane at. Like, that's crazy, dude. I know Zane's beaten him before, and obviously, like, Leffen beating him is not that crazy, but in terms of common perception, I feel like most people would have just looked at None versus Duck and assumed that None was going to win that. So that's a good step for Duck's growth. PBU also beat SFAT, speaking of upsets.
That was sad.
Yes.
That broke, like, a real
Yeah, that's actually really impressive.
Yeah, for PBU, it's really big. There's another podcast he was on where he talked about like SFAT just having this lead over him, and he didn't admit it like outright, but he's basically saying that like it's tough fighting SFAT because the two played with each other for so long, and SFAT, like, you know, just to be frank, like has been very clearly more like dedicated to serious grinding and competition and becoming like the best player in the world and stuff, whereas PewPew, like, I don't think he's on that same grind as SFAT, but he's still trying to find himself as a player and what his like actual goals are, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, really good for him to beat SFAT, and he's been working on his game against Fox for a while. He gets like mentored, or not mentored, but he like talked to Zane a lot for helping the matchup.
Do you think
know
there's
how
any
long the
possibility?
streak was? Sorry, do you know how long the streak was of SFAT beating?
Oh,
PvP?
dude, it was like 8 majors in a row or
Oh,
something.
wow.
And it wasn't just majors. It was like back when SFAT was in NorCal. He used to beat Pew Pew all the time.
Oh.
Like the only set. Actually, I don't want to say this for sure because I'm not sure. Like,
Just go into your
certain
TAFO
ones-
stats account.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether it's a fact or not. I'm too lazy to look at the TAFO stats right now. But like, remember at
Typical
what tournament? It was
Mark
Pat's house. At Pat's House 3, he tried Fox dittoing SFAT or something. Like, it got
was Pat's
really
House 3.
bad.
Mhm.
Yeah, it got really bad at one point.
He's trying stuff out, dude. You gotta break out the Doge every now and then. Can't blame him.
How big do you guys think the gap is going to be between Pew Pew and SFAT by the end of the year? Because it seems like Pew Pew's like on an upward trend recently, and SFAT's kind of been slacking. Even though SFAT's always just kind of the milk of Melee, just kind of just getting by doing things.
So mean.
No,
I'm
I love
pretty sure
SFAT.
I've said that.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
pretty sure I've said that.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think you're recency biased, and they're going to just be side by side at the end of the year.
Like,
I think you're just
right.
trying to hot take it. I think you're trying to get material for your next SaveAsUntitled video.
I've been
How washed
found
is
out.
SFAT? And they're just going to end up like neck and neck, and all your conclusions in whatever video this is just going to be proven completely wrong.
That sounds like a
And then you'll
catch-all
get-
statement. Yeah.
Dude, and then people are gonna comment on your videos on that like specific SFAT versus PBU comparison video and be like, "Why aren't you talking about Chudat?" And then they'll
You're biased against CLG.
Why,
But
why don't you have a little like Chudat thing at the end of each video? Here's what Chudat did this week.
here's 3 new reasons why I hate Chudat.
just a Chudat ticker.
You that lost it. Well, he lost to Bananas this week.
Yeah, he lost
Yeah,
to
he lost to
Bananas.
Bananas and La Luna.
Well, that you just repeat those two things just like 5 times as your ticker.
I offhand last week said something about BAM not having like a large depth of talent, and one guy was like, "Fuck you, dude. Australia's great." Just because I was like, oh, there was like, how many top 100 players were at BAM?
There were
It had top
2,
40 players.
right?
Spud,
Yeah.
So that's basically.
There was like 2 top 100 players. I'm like, that doesn't stack up to like.
Yeah, I mean
Any other event.
Spud's great.
Yeah, Spud's really good. He could have been top
He's mega
100 if he attended
talented.
more stuff. But
I love
Also,
getting
Don B went. Shout out to Don B.
Domby. I
Don
love
B.
getting messages from Aiden, EGTV Aiden, talking
Yeah.
about how Spud can beat like any top 50 player. I got one before BAM that was, dude, I saw him and Armada playing friendlies. I think he can do it.
Oh my god,
All
dude!
right.
Don't get Aiden or don't get Calvin and Pika in the same room, because then the inevitable Spud versus Dark discussion is gonna happen.
Oh no.
I'm
Okay,
sure
hold on.
Aiden would make it like he would be like, I'll prove to you why Spud can win, and then like suddenly Don't Park on the Grass, there'll be a Dark and Spud like
Exhibition,
you know,
yeah.
1st and 10 or something.
On that note, actually, in the if only they came out to more things Olympics, if you had a 1st to 10 between Spud and Trif, who wins?
Give me Trif.
Yeah, Trif.
Trif wins that like 10-3 or 10-4.
10 to
Trif
3, 10 to 4.
Trif is really good at that matchup. Like I know his
Can't
his
beat
set
Pew Pew.
wins- His set wins or like his record against La Luna and Pew Pew doesn't reflect that. But if you saw how he lost those sets, it's like it actually makes like no sense how he lost them. Like, he was up like 3 stocks to 1 or something ridiculous against La Luna at some tournament last year, and he like SD'd twice.
Yeah, Trif is the king of like you know that he's gonna win it, so you like turn away or you like go get a snack or something. You come back and it's like, what? How did Swedish won that?
Yeah, that was another heartbreaker set. For Trif.
Yeah, where like Swedish actually had basically like the same exact interaction with both Trif and Lod. Lod when he beat him at Gommel maybe, I forget. Where like the Peach was up like the entire set, and then Swedish clawed his way back and was down game 5, and then the Peach just was on the ledge with like 0%, and Swedish was over 100 both last stock, and both times like Swedish just mauled them as they tried to come out of the corner.
Oof.
Very disappointing.
Oh, speaking of low data players, Deshizwa's had a really after losing to AMSA and winners, he had a really good losers run where he beat, I forget who he beat in round 2 of pools, but he beat Holiday, KJH, and IBD to eventually finish 17th. 17th at the tournament, which is
Yeah, he beat KJH. That's an impressive win.
KJH,
Yeah.
IBDW.
And Cody is impressive win as well. IBDW.
those two are both like when they get a shine on Falco or if they get Falco and knockdown or if they grab Falco, it's basically a guaranteed like 50% or a lot. Okay, well that's an exaggeration, but like those two take openings against Falco ridiculously far. So like it's definitely first doable for Deshizwa's. Like I saw those results and thought to myself like, oh, that's a guy that used to be like hella good, like world class in that matchup.
Yeah.
Playing really well. Like I don't think those are terrible losses for KJH and IBW as much as they just show how good Shiz's ceiling is. Now, like if instead of playing KGH he has to play like Boyd or something, now I'm a little more worried. But
Yeah.
yeah, good showing.
How would Keep Speedin' do?
No clue. I'm gonna assume Keep Speedin' would get like 65th at this tournament.
Wow.
I'm gonna assume that most of these guys are actual players, and you guys aren't just throwing random names.
Just
No,
a really
yeah,
long
good.
con.
You'll
There's
catch
just
us.
a dartboard of go slow bite. Yeah, from Texas.
Keep Speedin's good, but I don't think he would make top 64 this tournament. Maybe if he got a good bracket. Like I
Okay,
guess Purple
Edwin?
Scoo made it.
This is one of the I don't want to talk about hypothetically how Keep Speedin' would do at this tournament.
Yeah, I
Keep
don't-
Speeding is a legend of Florida Smash history. Okay, you leave him alone.
All right, well let's talk about how would Isaiah do in top 8.
He'd win, dude. Isaiah, if he tried. No.
Yeah, he
looking
would
at,
12 stock Hungrybox.
What do
I
you
got-
think of
I got
live?
one. I got
Oh
one.
yeah, go on.
Who's the worst player that, given Michael's bracket, would still get 9th?
Who did he have to beat?
So it was Lance, Rocky, Lance, Cobb.
Ooh, so
That's it. Rocky Lance Cobb.
I think Rocky, because he's already in top 64.
Oh, do you mean attending this tournament or just out of
Given
anyone?
any person in the world that you replace Michael with that person in this bracket, who's the worst player that could have gotten 9th at this tournament?
Hold on. I'm trying to think of a worse Puff player than Michael. Do you think Dudu Sai has any chance of beating Rocky?
How close was that game?
Not really. I don't know.
It's 2-0?
I'd
Oh.
probably say no.
What about like who's that Ice Climbers player that's worse than Michael?
Do you think that an Ice Climber player worse than Michael would beat Cobb?
Oh yeah, right, Cobb.
Yeah,
Forgot.
Like that's the issue.
Exactly.
Forgot about Cobb.
It's what? It's 2 Falcos and a Peach.
Yeah.
Two-
What's a bad Marth player?
Yeah, I was just about to say Martha's probably a good answer.
John Wick. Let's say John Wick Marth slays his way through Rocky. John Wick's Marth slayers his way through. Well, actually, no. John Wick's not beating Cobb. Cobb gets tons of. Cobb plays the region with. I don't think Cobb would lose that. What's a Sheik player? Who's the worst Sheik player that we can
Is
see making this
Stango
run?
lower? No, Stango's higher now.
Michael better than Reno?
Cobb, but I don't think Stango's low enough.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I was thinking. Stango's like, he's too good.
Is Michael better than Reno right now?
Yeah.
Does
Oh,
Reno
yeah.
make this bracket?
no.
No.
Nah.
No.
Nah.
No.
I think Rocky beats him.
No.
Does Alex 19?
Wait, I got it.
Hold back,
guys.
Reeve.
I got it.
Is it
I
a
got it.
different
This is gonna
weekend?
Yeah,
Guys, I got it. This is gonna sound crazy, but I think if you gave Ken Michael's spot in this bracket,
Oh, I can see that. I can see
Yeah.
that. I can see that.
like, can't you imagine Ken just getting some like stupid side B combo on Rocky, and Rocky's like, "What the hell is this?"
Yes, I was about to say, does Cobb know how to shield side B?
Yeah, like Ken, like some old school ass like player. who's like a new up and
Fast like tree.
fast like tree? No, fast like tree loses to Vince Essen, I think. Oh, this is such a great prompt.
Yeah, this is a really good question.
I think it's like a Marth or Sheik player, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could Vociferous do it?
No.
Maybe
Good.
even like an old school Peach,
Wife.
and then beating Cobb in the Ditto.
Like Ziff or something.
What wife?
Yeah,
Oh wait,
it
no,
could
he's not
be.
playing anymore.
Yeah, like literally no one is good at the Peach Ditto. It's
Is it fun?
every Peach you see play the Ditto. It's just whoever is they're just so bad at it, and whoever is less bad wins.
Do you think Box Squibble could win?
Who?
Yeah, I think he could.
It's like
Yeah,
against Rocky might be tough,
Rocky would be tough.
That sounds like
but
a
it's
fake
but it's
name.
not out of the question.
Well, like
Do you
he
think
he was like the Mafia Slayer, right? With the
yeah,
box.
he was really good.
It was really
Yeah,
weird.
he's really good at the matchup. Okay, is there a reality where Duck beats? Okay, is there anyone that can take that? Or if Michael had to play Duck in winners quarters, could Michael have won that?
It's probably like a 3-1.
Yeah, that seems fair. Like
Yeah.
I don't think there's any universe where he's favored by any strong margin.
Like I feel pretty good about Duck's Abu practice.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
true. What if there was like some really, like, is there a jank mid tier or something that we can pick that could gimmick the Falcos and beat a Peach that doesn't know about that matchup?
Falcon.
I said mid tier, not bottom.
I heard what
tier.
you said.
Oh my god.
No, how about this? If Duck beats Leffen, does Gatsu get fifth at this tournament with Michael's bracket?
Yeah. I think, yeah. That's not even a. That's not a.
I don't know if Gatsu. I don't know if Rocky loses to Gatsu.
Gatsu's probably a decent amount better than NMW, right? I think that would be. He's really good at that matchup also against Falco.
As much as I love this discussion, I think
Yeah,
we've
we've
run it
done
into,
way
we've
too
run
long
it
for
into the
this.
ground.
Wait, hold on. One last thing.
Oh,
Can
God,
Dishes
damn.
was make this run?
No,
I think
Decisions probably loses to like Rocky.
Can keep speeding.
No. I think Dishes was loses to Cobb. Okay, that's the end of that.
We're
prompt.
done. That's the entire Smash Plus 4 recap. We don't need to care about top 8, right? Right?
Did anything
Dude,
interesting
like-
happen in grand finals or something? Hungrybox just won again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no,
No,
it was-
Save. You don't have to pretend it. You don't have to try to make this sound exciting. Armada just won a tournament where everyone was playing bad from losers bracket onward.
Armada won
I
a
don't-
tournament
I don't agree
where
with
he
that.
was cheered for in grand finals.
Pretty
Yeah,
happy
that's
that-
the more
Roll back
surprising
like
part,
12
right?
months and tell me if you think that that's a thing.
Yeah, no one
They
could
roll back what in 12 months?
Go 12 months ago, and I tell you, 1 year in the future, Armada is winning a tournament in grand finals, and people are cheering for him.
Yeah,
Like-
that would have been nuts if you said that
Yes.
at the time. Yeah, it was like what 11 months since Evo 2017. He'd been
Yeah.
on a drought.
Yeah, like the only
The-
events that he's won since Evo before Smash Plus were like ones without gods.
Wow.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, it's weird.
Right? I was
actually-
incredulous to my own opinion.
I actually am I'm a masochist, and therefore I've been like analyzing the Hungrybox sets from this past weekend because I want to do like a video analysis on them.
All right.
And the one thing that really stood out to me was how the KOs differed between Hungrybox versus Music King and Leffen, and Hungrybox versus Armada. So, sort of as a little sneak peek, Hungrybox got 30 KOs in his 8 games between Music King and Leffen. 14 of those were rests. He got 20 KOs against Armada, only 5 were rests.
Yeah.
Did
How
you
did he get
see?
those rests? Did he
There was a
catch the
pound
drums,
rest.
or was it from grab?
7 up throw rests and 7 other setups to rest versus Music King Leffen, and versus Armada it was 4 setup rests and 1 up throw rest.
Do you think that has a lot to do with Armada had the lead in a lot of he had the lead or was even in a lot of those games, so rest wasn't on the table as longer as it was with those?
Honestly, most of the games were like pretty close. I honestly think that it was literally just because when I say up throw rest, I mean literally they didn't DI and he just rested. So maybe there were fewer opportunities, but like Armada missed the DI on up throw rest like once.
Now,
And that's why
PTAS,
there was only 1.
did you see the video that Kenneke made?
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Which video?
This same exact thing, but just with Plup and Leffen.
Yeah.
I did not.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, he did exactly what you are currently doing.
Yeah, and
Okay.
he found that, like, was it Plup that got most of his kills through up air?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
Leffen
Plup
got
got most
more
of his
kills
kills.
with up smash. And also when I was looking at Armada's last set with Hungrybox, Armada gets a lot of his kills with up smash or aerials at super high %.
No, actually, I looked at the flip side as well. I sort of split it into high %, so like just random stray hits, raw kills, which is just like a run up smash, run up air, and kill confirms like jab up smash, like nair up smash, or like stuff like that. And Mewtwo King Leffen, their combined their highest thing of their 22 kills, 6 of them, which is the largest of any of those categories, was high % like random hits, which is basically just saying that Hungrybox was just surviving to super high % against them. Whereas with Armada, out of his 29, 12 were kill confirms, like jab up smash. And so basically Armada was just doing a really good job of like switching up his game plan and like figuring out exactly when he needed to go for kills. Whereas Mewtwo King and Leffen would, like, I don't know, sometimes go for an up air too early, it doesn't kill, and now they're just like throwing lasers at him until he's at 150 before they can back air him. Whereas Armada was just like, oh, you're at kill % for a jab up smash, I'm gonna jab up smash you. Oh, you're at kill % for a nair up air, I'm gonna find a randy nair into an up air. So, like, there's actually a lot to unpack in those 4 sets.
I actually want to bring up a point about some of those sets. So I think in general for Armada, I was actually pretty underwhelmed by his play until like the middle of losers finals. I think in grand finals he was excellent against Hbox, playing really well. But even in the Leffen set, I thought Hungrybox was missing a lot of like normally guaranteed edge guards, like playing more hesitantly when he would get like I know Hbox is typically, I know he's typically already conservative about how he uses rest, but something kind of struck me as off when his set against Leffen. Like maybe not so much playing scared, he just played very hesitant, and I couldn't tell what it was, and that carried over into a set against Armada.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Obviously, like to Armada's credit, he was playing amazing, and I think he obviously deserved to have won the tournament and everything. But I was just kind of surprised that uncharacteristic sloppiness from Hbox.
Yeah.
But maybe that's because Armada was putting that kind of pressure on him as well.
It's hard to say. Hbox like missed some edge guards that he normally would be hitting, and especially versus Armada was just getting caught a lot with grounded shine, which was one of the things that like any player who was just watching could see the difference. It was like night and day between the sets with Armada and Leffen.
Yeah, 100%. There were a lot of like sort of scramble situations that I was looking at that like feel kind of high variance that Leffen was not being able to take advantage of, and like sometimes Hbox would turn those around. He'd get like a spot dodge grab or Randy dash attack or something. Whereas with Armada, it was just shine grab, dash up to the roll, shine grab, and over and over again, Hungrybox just had no way to deal with that. And like for most of the scramble situations against Armada, it felt like Hungrybox's best case scenario was resetting to neutral, and his worst case was like get grabbed into like a 2-3 piece aerial combo. So it really sort of felt like Hungrybox kind of maybe even like ran out of steam, but at the same time it definitely felt like Armada's play style was way better at breaking him down.
Typically, Armada is just so risk averse, right? Like when he lost those 5 straight sets against Hbox or whatever, he played so scared. Like just
Except when he up smashed on the ledge. On Yoshi's.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. He just seemed maybe he's just fully dedicated himself to beating Hungrybox.
yeah, maybe.
Like that first set against Leffen was so bad. He lost to Leffen in their last game in winners harder than I think I've ever seen Armada lose any game ever.
That's the game he got 4-stucked, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was probably I've never seen Armada just get spanked like that.
What about was it Smashers Reunion?
Yeah.
Smashers Reunion, he got very close to getting 4-stocked.
I think he got spanked in that set, even though he didn't get 4-stocked.
A missed
in the last
jump
game.
input away from a 4-stock on Armada's Peach.
Yeah, PP got super nervous and wanted the 4-stock really bad. I talked to him about that set a while ago, and he was like, "Yeah, I wasn't even thinking. I just saw my opportunity. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna 4-stock Armada's Peach."
And then Armada almost he almost came back.
Yeah.
He took the next 2 stocks,
Yeah,
didn't he?
exactly. And people were like, "Oh my god, he can still win this." And, yeah, I thought I thought in general that the top 8. I think the only time I saw it play that I was really impressed by was Armada from the middle of losers finals onward. I thought played excellent. Everyone else I thought was pretty sloppy. And I want to bring up this point because it's been mentioned by another top player. It got mentioned by Swedish and a bunch of other people. But what do you think of tournaments like having top 8 on the final day but not starting it for a really long time? Like, obviously for some players, cough mango, like clearly that kind of hurt him more. But do you think that contributes to the sloppy play at all, or no?
I don't know about sloppy play. I just don't think it's a good idea for viewership.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course, we kind of got lucky because we had the whole Ninja thing.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ninja, by the way. And it's a good thing, I think, that Armada turned it on starting in losers finals, because Ninja turned it on starting in losers finals, maybe winners finals. So the only 4 sets that Ninja's 90,000 viewers saw were the four of the good sets of the top 8.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
To go back to the actual question, which was, is starting top 8 that late a good idea? I'm going to go with definitely not. Because, not necessarily for the players, but because it's awful for the viewers.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it has.
You don't think it has any effect on the same thing happened last year at Smash and Splash 3 where everybody was like infected with the bad and top 8 started late.
Was it supposed to, like, didn't they push it back like 2 or 3 hours when it was supposed to start because of Smash 4? Like, I think you wouldn't see as much of an effect if it was like, hey, it's supposed to start at 8, they tell you that 4 days ago and it starts at 8. Not like it's supposed to start at 8 and then they actually start at like 10:30. I think that's more of a problem.
Plus, Edwin,
yeah, that's true.
Do you like the alternative would be them playing top 16, top 32 all at the same day? Do you think that is?
No, I don't like the marathon format on
exactly.
Days, no,
so like I don't think that there's any answer to this. If you're gonna be like, well, top 8's on a separate day is sloppy play.
I'm just saying, like, at a water park with, I don't want to John for Mango, but I just mean in general, like at a water park, like all day, and your matches.
I don't think you blame the venue for that. That's Mango's fault. You have to be responsible. Like but everyone else was there too, and they didn't show up drunk to their set.
Mango's an idiot. Like, I'm not gonna or he played like an idiot. Like, I'm not making any excuse for that. I just think not the whole. Like, I don't think it's a coincidence that most of the same thing happened last year, where like obviously this is not gonna matter for the average viewer, I guess. So it's more of an aside for, I guess, me personally. Like,
all right, Edwin. New rules. Next major that takes place at a water park where Mango is there. Its top 8 will not start at 8 p.m., 9 p.m.
It started 8 a.m. sharp.
Dude, that set against Zane, I couldn't believe he literally just like ran at him at the corner.
You couldn't believe it?
I very much believed it.
It was just like so stupid.
That's the
just like-
mango.
He literally just ran at Zane in the corner and died at like 20% or like 30% each
I think
time.
his goal was to get eliminated as quickly as possible.
What if he just went on the stage and like SD'd 12 stocks in a
Oh,
row and just
God.
left while like chugging a mixed drink and just like
It
nah.
reminded me of Sizz versus Sun 2 at some I forget which local it was in New Jersey, but it was like a 5-minute grand finals where Sizz just
God.
destroyed Sun 2. It was Marth Falco also. That's what it reminded me of. It was such a brutal set. Oh, speaking of brutal
my
sets,
God. What other New Jersey locals do you want to talk
Oh,
about?
yeah, I can't wait to the New Jersey local
no,
episode
dude,
of the Melee
no,
Stats
dude, this is
podcast.
Smash and Splash
Yeah,
oriented. don't
Baby versus Pudgy Panda. Did you see their set recently, dude?
worry. No. First off, maybe's not even in.
Maybe moved. Okay, I get it.
The 2017 set, come on, it's still relevant.
Second of all, I'm pretty sure the bracket reported Mewtwo S2J wrong. It may have felt like 3-0, but I'm pretty sure that set was 3-1, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Was it? I don't remember.
that was a pretty rough set to sit through. Mewtwo just he's not just charging needles at the ledge. His back is actually turned away from the ledge. Like
So he's not even threatening
Yeah.
anything?
Yeah, so he's just threatening back air and charging needles, and like with his back facing S2J, who has like the entire stage, and he's just charging needles, and then like going to ledge, going back, standing by the corner, charging needles, going back to the ledge. Like, dude, at least face your opponent.
So basically he's just threatening needle cancel shield jump back air. It's literally the only thing he's threatening.
That's it.
Or
And
turnaround needles for the mix-up in case SJ tries to crouch cancel.
it just looks so goofy. It's just the most degenerate. And of course the S2J tweet after. We'll get more.
Yeah,
of
was
that
it worth
later.
it for the tweet?
Yeah, Save. Can you
Yeah,
put
it was
the,
worth it for the tweet.
Oh,
I think.
pull up the tweet.
Yeah, can
You
you
don't
pull up
wanna do a dramatic reading of the tweet?
That's
No.
M2K
Oh.
has a needle.
All right.
Did I get it off the
We've
top of my
reached our
head?
5-minute allotted time to talk about Mewtwo King.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Oh yeah, do
That's-
we have
that's-
anything else for Smash Blast to talk about, or do we want to briefly talk about Dreamhack?
Nah, Splash and Splash, we're
Oh
good.
well. One
Armada
thing,
won. We're good.
I want to talk about pools round 1.
dude.
Actually,
Dude,
running their own
wait,
pools.
you're the
that's
guy who
something, but,
knows all the players, dude. That's not
Yeah.
my territory. I want to mention Hbox Leffen. Guys, like these guys go so close every time. They always go game 5 or game 4, and if it's game 4, I'm pretty sure it like goes last stock or something. I don't know what it is when Leffen's fighting against Hungrybox, because every time I think like, all right, now's gonna be the time. He's playing the matchup so good. Like there's no way he's gonna lose again. And it's kind of like how I talked about this earlier, like I think a month ago with Wizzy SFAT, where every time I was expecting SFAT to like come to the table and get something new, but SFAT would get destroyed. Except for instead of Leffen getting destroyed, he just always comes close to beating Hbox and then like freezes.
I mean, Leffen lost on Battlefield, refused to let Hbox go back to Battlefield Game 5, and then lost on Fountain. So, if you're losing on both of those stages, I don't know what you're going to expect. That's really all I can say. I've got to look into the set a little bit more for my hopefully coming out, because I like canceling things, analysis video. But if you're losing on both Battlefield and Fountain, like, I don't
It's
know.
not a good look.
Not a good look. Was it like
I was
two
surprised
stocked
he
on
let
both?
him
Two
go
stocked on
Battlefield.
both. Like they weren't even like last stock.
They're
So,
just
oh.
heartbreakers.
Smash the Splash. Let's go. Come on.
Dreamhack Austin.
You mean DreamHack Austin?
Yeah.
All right, Smash the Splash over. Sorry.
Plup is very good at Super Smash Brothers Melee for the Nintendo GameCube.
Cool, we're done Dreamhack Austin talk.
Great. Good job, guys.
Yeah, there was no outcome that would, like, could you guys see Plup losing to anyone here, like with Sheik?
Shoot at him.
I
he
guess.
was
I guess. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But Chudat's not a top 50 player, guys, so it's fine.
Bananas
Plup
won his...
Could Plup have beaten Mike Hayes and La Luna with Luigi? I think so.
Yeah, I think he could have.
Probably.
Luigi Marth seems very annoying.
Oh.
Just like this question.
Dreamhack
It's
Austin
annoying.
bracket from 2016. I don't think that's going to be
Sorry for
helpful.
Both ends. Meiji or Maggie or whatever
It's
had a real
worse.
Magi?
Magi
Magi.
Simpson.
Beat Master.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's pretty. He's actually
Just
beaten
beat Albert.
Bananas before as
Beat
well.
Mojo too.
Oh wow, yeah, he like took down a lot of Texas. That's good. Let's go.
We should talk about Brawlhalla at DreamHack Austin with its 586 entrants.
Really?
So I
Wow.
think something like 3/4 of those were DQs.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised that many people signed up in the first place.
Well, it was you paid for the pass and then you could sign up for anything
Oh.
you wanted, I believe.
So do you think people just checked all the boxes and they're just like, all got DQ'd? Yeah, but there's not even like anywhere close to that for any other event.
Yeah, the first pool I clicked is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
Yeah.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 people in the pool, 14 DQs.
Maybe that was some way of like laundering money, like
Possibly.
That's what it's what it looks like. Like Melee had 400, Wii U had 300.
yeah. All the entrants in Brawlhalla are just all these like random characters in a row. They're not even names. And if you click on their Twitters, they're all bot accounts. Follow the money, guys.
Do we have anything to say about Bananas beating Mike Hayes and Chew?
Bananas beat Mike Hayes and Chew. Good shit, Bananas.
Yeah, Bananas almost beat Mike Hayes recently. Was it no?
It was at no fun allowed.
It was
too.
no fun allowed too. Yeah, I mean, I think Bananas is a very good player. He taps that A button. I'm not surprised that he beat Chew. I'm surprised it was as close as it was.
Mhm.
He lost to Chew in a close set in winners.
Yeah,
Of course,
so-
dude, I was there. I watched it. I mean, I was there at my house.
G was up 2-1 on Sonic Fox in the first set of Grand Finals before getting destroyed the last 2 games.
Sounds about right.
Oh, I forgot DBZ was. I forgot about that.
DBFZ, excuse me.
Oh my god.
Edwin,
Yeah.
can you even rattle off Hook Gang God's latest placings?
No, not at all. I have not followed DBFC.
As a
outside
very quick side note on that, I know nothing about the scene, but I watched Leffen play Grand Finals at Smash Invitational. It's a very enjoyable game to watch, even if you
Oh,
know
yeah,
like
it's so
nothing
fun to
that's
watch.
going on.
Yeah.
Like, I'm excited.
Yeah, Leffen, who played 10 game Grand Finals, into playing Spark, into playing...
Oh yeah, the bracket was held up for.
Yeah, into
Poor
playing
Spark,
Duck.
dude.
I was actually
Poor
impressed that like the last set in that chain of matches happened at the same time as the other top 8 qualifiers. Because there were a lot of matches you had to go through from top 64 to top 8, starting from where Spark dropped into
Yeah.
the bottom.
Mhm.
And they actually managed to pull that off, and I was very impressed with that.
Yeah, shout out to Spark for waiting like 2 hours to lose to Leffen, drop to losers, and then lose to Bladewise.
Damn,
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so
uh,
sad. Is there any other results at Austin we want to talk about? Anything stand out to you guys?
No,
I'm
but
not lost to Magi, but we discussed that already.
but in Boston, Silver won the New England Arcadian.
Silver deserves it. Very good PM player. Been playing Melee.
Very
He's got
good.
a very sick
he's
Falco.
very good Falco.
He had a very cool set with Captain Smuckers at the New Game Plus. What are they? What is it now? It's not. Is it NGPU? All right. At the local.
Now Edwin conveniently doesn't know the names of every tournament.
Yeah. All right.
Why am I getting this reputation? I'm good with like old school players. Wheat's the guy that knows the talent in every region.
So the thing is that I don't have people watching. I don't have a podcast and then say, by the way, guys, did you see what happened? Vro beat Franz recently.
No, if Fire,
It would be even worse. It'd be like,
if Fire was on, he would talk about the Riverside bi-weekly.
I'm still waiting for that article. Fire, where is it?
He's actually waiting on me to edit it. I've been pretty bad about that.
You're a piece of shit, Edwin.
I am.
Sorry. I feel like we're roasting you too much, Edwin. You don't deserve it.
No.
It's okay, dude. My face isn't there. I kind of.
Yeah, that's the
can't
only
say-
thing that keeps us from roasting you. We
Yeah,
want to
otherwise
roast,
we'd be-
but then we see that beautiful face, and we can't.
Yeah, my hands are in my face or whatever. Screen.
Edwin, are you ready to roast us all with the Melee Stats speed round?
Oh hell yeah!
This is
dude.
my first speed round. I'm excited.
All right, let's
Same.
go over the rules very quickly, okay?
All right, let's go over the rules. Come on.
And that's it.
All right. So basically, I'm not going to be super strict about the time limit but basically, I ask you guys a question. Everybody combined gets an answer or gets a minute to answer the question, and then at the end of answering the 5 questions, I grade each of you and award you points. And
So we each get 20 seconds per question?
Well, you can get 20 seconds per question, but I like to go with like all out anarchy. You
I
know?
hate the free for all. I hate it.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't
yeah.
like talking
This
over
is
people.
this is Edwin's his dream is to make people work for him and then grade them on how well they worked for him.
Edmund will make great middle management one day.
Jesus.
I work with middle management, so it makes sense.
Okay, Edwin, can you just
Details, so it makes sense.
All right, come on, let's go. So for a speed,
Okay.
it's,
I work with
quick
middle
explanation.
talking
management.
about the speed run has taken more
Are
time
you
than the
guys
speed
ready
run
for
will
this?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. What's worse in 2018 for Smash Super Majors? Round robin pools or on stage MCs for top 8?
MCs.
There's nothing worse than on-stage MCs. Like, Smashers can already be embarrassing enough with their smell. I mean, did you read that Kotaku article? But with an MC, it just makes us look like children playing a
take. Hey,
children's party
Shy
game.
Gommel was sick. Shout outs to Shy. He was sick in person and he was sick on screen.
I don't have anything
So,
against
round
the
robin
people,
pools.
but
But the actual answer is round robin pools, by the way.
nah.
There's no reason for them to exist at
absolutely
tournaments with 950 people.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. For big events, no. But for
Jeez.
smaller events, I like round robin so people get
Well, yeah,
practice.
but we're talking about super majors.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah. But nah, MCs are worse.
My real answer is round robins. There's so
Round
many
robins.
different things that you can have instead of a round robin, while saving the time and actually having the bracket move at a somewhat normal pace.
100%.
If anybody ever took a look at the number of 1 seeds, that if they had just
PTAS
lost
gets last
one
word.
set, if they just lost 1 set in their round robin, they would have played somebody random stupid high in top 256.
Okay, that was the last word. All right, guys.
That was a number.
Which dish was better? Leffen calling Hungrybox a sociopath or S2J's M2K has a needle disc?
The Leffen tweet was better because there's actual beef behind it. S2J is just being goofy.
I have to agree with that, actually. I was going to go the other way, but I actually do kind of have to agree that Leffen legitimately probably believes that Hungrybox is a sociopath, and that's why he called him that, whereas S2J is just trying to call him Music King a weenier.
I'm going to have to play devil's advocate. I'm going to say needle dick. I think we've heard so much from Leffen over the course of 2 years about this. I don't think it's that different than anything he said about Hungrybox. And I think the needle dick really enlightens us.
Which one would go better in a diss track?
What does
Definitely.
needle dick rhyme with?
All right, guys, 5
Exactly.
seconds.
Definitely sociopath.
I think needle
just
dick-
for the rap battle.
Needle dick can rhyme with more stuff than sociopath, and that's
Okay,
why.
Oh.
all right. It's Evo 2019. Michael makes top 32. What is his path to grand finals?
I refuse to answer this question. You want too much out of a speed round.
So Axe
We have
drops
to-
out. Lucky gets upset, and then Michael gets top 8.
He plays
No.
Keep Speeding.
Fast like Tree returns, but Isaiah
Right.
wins because he's actually trying.
He
He
loses
beats
to
Armada
Proud
in
Like
the round
Cow.
of 32. He beats Armada in the
my
round of 32. Takes whichever 16-17 seed wins, beats them. Beats, let's say AMSA.
Beats Armada? That's how you're going to start off.
Yes, that's how I'm starting this. Beats AMSA to make top 8. And then from there, it would be Mewtwo King got upset by SFAT, beats SFAT to make winners finals. On the
Alright,
opposite
Pita's
side,
last
it's
word.
Leffen.
Yeah.
And then
Wheat's
loses the
protest.
first set to Armada, who makes the run back all the way back, and then beats Armada game 10.
Okay,
makes me
that
shit
leads us to
myself.
the fourth segment. Pick one person to give you dating advice. Jordan Peterson or your average DK player.
Oh, DK.
Yeah. Nothing's better than the soft, supple hands of a DK player.
Think about how what advice would Chandy give? And why would I go with any other advice?
God. Edwin,
No,
you're...
Jordan Peterson, because I could be
Oh, no.
confident
Okay,
in
cut him
anything
off!
he says about-
Cut him off!
Yeah.
Anything he says about women, I would just do the opposite.
Well, that's smart. Oh, Taz is gonna get the point. That's a good answer. Oh.
We're
10
done.
seconds.
There's
nothing else
10
to
more
say.
seconds?
Okay, there's
Edwin, you
nothing
can
else
just
to
say.
end
Go to the
section,
next
yeah.
question.
Literally nothing else to say.
Okay, that's fine. All right, you can only go to one tournament in the Midwest for free in a year. Do you choose Smash and Splash 5 or the Big House 9?
Stay home.
I will choose Smash and Splash. I'd rather go to Big House because the idea of Smashers at a water park is horrible to me. But I think that Hbox has less of a chance to win Smash and Splash.
I think I want to go to Smash and Flash as well, but it's because no matter how bad I do, Edwin will write up my results just because there's a water park there and I could have been drinking. It'll be fine. It doesn't matter who I lose to. So
He went 0-2, but
yeah, there's a water park. There's water at the event.
a lot of pools
Yeah.
around.
I pick Smash and Splash because
You guys all pick Smash and Splash?
I'd be getting paid to do top 8 analysis at Big House.
No bias though.
All right, I guess that ends the.
We done?
Yeah, that
Thank
ends
God.
the round. That ends the round. All right.
Is it the
So-
round or the
I
whole
feel
game?
like I didn't do well.
Yeah,
That was
actually-
4 questions, right?
No, that was 5.
Oh.
Okay, so to grade you guys, what's worse than 2018 for Smash Super Majors, round robin pools, or onstage MCs for top 8? Wheat pretty much summarized like all my points. I didn't like referencing the stinky Kotaku article. That kind of felt out of nowhere. I liked PTAS's genuity, but Wheat pretty much summarized like all my thoughts perfectly. So I would give the points to Wheat there. Which diss was better, Leffen calling Hbox a sociopath or SJ's uncaged Neil Dick? Honestly, I was surprised that PTAS and Save picked Leffen, because the thing is, he lost. He's lost like 7 sets against this guy. Like, he's basically telling him that he's a sociopath and he's bad at every other game except for the one both of them play where Leffen keeps losing. So
He lost 2.
yeah, but SJ just said he had a needle dick. Like, that has nothing to do with being just salty and like hating someone. I think SJ came out looking better, and the short and sweet needle dick thing I think also worked well because
Oh, is it short and sweet needle dick?
Well, I think that's it. Inherent in the
Meat King was charging
needleness
meat-
of
No,
it.
inherently it wouldn't be short and sweet. It would be like long and
Well,
skinny
Mew
and
King was
sweet.
charging. Look, Mew King was
And
charging
sweet,
needles
yeah.
the whole game. So Wheat gets the.
Oh,
points
is
there.
charging needles, is that a euphemism?
And then
Ugh.
it's Evo 2019. You know, I almost gave it to Wheat because he mentioned keep speeding, knowing that would appeal to me. But I gotta give it with PTAS because PTAS like straight up said Michael is going to beat Armada, right? And that's just that's in like top 32. And that's
Look, if you're gonna win Evo, you have to go through Armada at some point. So why not do it at top 32?
yes. And I respect the gamble for that. So I'm gonna give those points to PTAS. Pick one person to give you dating advice, Jordan Peterson or your average DK player. PTAS had a good answer by taking the opposite, but Wheat mentioned completely.
Oh,
Lost you, Edwin.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
It changed my perception of DK players because I forgot Chandy was one, and I do like Chandy. So Wheat gets the
Fuck
points
to
there,
win?
which means he actually automatically wins. If he has 3
Damn
points. And then for the Smash and Splash 5 or the Big House 9, I forget why I gave the points to PTAS, but I gave the PTAS there.
wow, this is a great game. I love this.
So Save actually got
Maybe I
5. Save
Maybe I
got
shouldn't
5.
insult
Saves
Edwin
me.
in my answer. Maybe that's not a good strategy.
One thing I do want to bring up though before I give Wheat his minute is how come none of you picked the Big House 9? Like it's such a historic series. It's like made for smashers. There'll be tons of setups there. Like you can just play melee.
You wanted a
maps.
serious answer in the Melee Stats speed round?
Come on, Big House is way closer to me. I could just pay to go there.
He got you
I
there.
just-
You know,
Yeah, no, that's another point. It's
Yeah.
Sorry, 3-3. Sorry, 3-3.
I already had the point for this one.
Yeah, so Wheat, congratulations. You're the winner of the Melee Stats speed round. You got a minute. Take it away.
so I promised Dingus that I would play a certain video if I won the Melee Stats speed round. Now I don't know if this is approved.
What is this video?
It's 2010 Illinois State Fair pig calling contest.
Oh, it comes up.
Hog calling.
Oh, God.
Yep, that's it.
This one?
Yep.
How long? Is there a particular point I should be?
Just whenever they start hog calling. I don't know
Oh,
if that.
boy.
Why
Oh,
are we
no.
doing this?
But he won. You shouldn't have given him the points, Edwin. It's all
Oh,
your
he's
fault.
He's got a minute.
Should have
He's
gave
got a
me the
minute.
points.
As long as it's not like inappropriate for the stream, that'll count as a minute.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
This is gonna be so bad for the podcast listeners. They're gonna be like, what are they watching?
Okay, we need to commentate this.
Yeah, can someone describe what's going on screen?
Quickly, Wheat, do your best Scar impersonation.
I gotta
We
pay
need-
attention
we
to this.
need you.
Freddy!
This is the best part.
I think our save is right
I don't
over
think the stream can hear it.
I can't hear it.
Oh, the stream can't hear it?
Yeah,
No.
stream cannot hear it.
I
This
can't
is
hear it.
actually. This
Oh,
is
you guys
actually a
probably
miss.
can't hear it. Yeah, the stream can hear it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you guys
Come
can hear
on, pig! Piggy! Come on, pig!
it. So there's a man who probably lives in his mother's basement.
Hey, that's not a...
No, if you saw this man, the sunglasses make. I'm trying to describe it to. Actually, nope. That's a.
Alright. Well,
I can't hear this at all. I feel
All right,
like...
that's a minute.
Oh,
That's a
Blur-
minute.
Blur's-
We're done.
This
We're
is
done.
this is an esport.
We're done.
Thanks,
Okay,
Blur.
thank God. Hi,
Oh
Blur.
God.
All right.
Okay, let's.
That was your minute, Wheat. Congratulations.
Oh God.
That was.
I respect it.
thank you.
That was something.
Oh God. Yeah, the stream can hear it. You guys missed out.
I don't think we missed out.
You guys missed out.
You really did. Freddy.
All right,
All right.
so this weekend, what do we have coming up, Edwino?
We have SGL 2018. If you guys remember SGL 2017, it was the classic tournament where King timed out West Balls in one of the most disappointing sets I've
that
ever
was
seen.
that tournament.
Yeah, and
Oh.
it was also the same tournament where King and Hungrybox, they had like a really campy set where King just did not approach him the whole set. And there was like one part of the set, I'm trying to remember, where like King is on one ledge and Hbox is on the other ledge, and Hbox keeps refreshing invincibility and King is like doing the shine Firefox thing on ledge or whatever. And it's just not pretty. And at the end of the tournament when King wins it, for Hungrybox's losers interview, he goes up to the mic and just says, no, I forget what he says, because he doesn't try ledge camping him. But at the end he says, I'm going back to the ledge. I remember that. And then just ends the interview
That
there.
sounds really dark in another context.
Oh. Oh.
What? I don't get it. What was... I don't
Like-
understand.
Never mind.
Edwin will explain to you
Yeah,
later.
we'll tell you
We'll
when you're
explain
older,
later.
Edwin.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry guys, I genuinely did
So
not.
who is at Saints Gaming
We
live?
got
Uh,
Future
it's-
King,
it's
Ryan
like-
Ford,
it's like-
KJH, Slox,
we got it.
Ginger, Trillium, Nightmare, Heartstrings, and Juggle Guy.
Okay. I think Heartstrings is gonna win it.
Yeah, Heartstrings is gonna chain grab me.
I'm
What
putting it
about
all on
Juggle
black.
Guy, though?
Yeah, this is
Right.
the like me saying the Browns are gonna win the Super Bowl, and then you see me and I'm a millionaire soon. So
Is there any shot that like
the Browns could win the Super Bowl?
can Ryan Ford like take King close or something if he just pretends it's 2012?
Who pretends it's 2012?
Like maybe he tricks King into counterpicking FD twice and then forces them to replay game 5,
Oh.
and then tilted King loses.
I think Ryan Ford is good against the King style. I'd give him a very good shot to beat his Sheik. As far as Marth, I'm less certain of. Well, like, we know of 2 sets that they've played this year, It was at a local before
Oh, that-
EGLX.
Oh,
But
yeah.
The
Mutant King
situation
was
behind
like,
those sets
it was
is-
something
Oh,
along the
yeah,
lines of,
that.
I'm not going to play on stream if you go Fox, right?
Yeah.
So he
it's
went Falco.
really stupid.
He looked good, but like, I'm.
No,
I don't know
because
how much I can.
they did like Bowser versus Pichu or something in winners finals at that same local. I really hope they don't do something similar.
Bowser versus Pichu though, who would win?
I don't.
No
think
one
they will.
watching.
It's
Slox and
neither of them.
KJH.
Realistically, neither of them.
I
Yeah.
think the 4 people underneath Mutant King for like that are essentially like playing for a chance to try to upset him are Ryan Ford, KJH, Slox, and Ginger, and then you kind of got like Trillium just a little bit behind them. Could we see? I feel like those sets could be pretty fun. Just like
Yeah.
three good foxes.
We could just like pretend Mutant King's not there and have a bunch of fun sets,
And-
ignoring winners, finals, and grands.
Moki isn't going, right?
No, I don't think so.
I didn't see him on the list.
Jungle Guy is going. I feel like Jungle Guy could get like 9th this tournament or something.
Moki could have gotten like 3rd, dude. He could have got 2nd. I'm on the Moki train right now.
Yeah, he's really good. Is this? Wait, hold on. We gotta stop hyping up Ambi's fantasy. He's just gonna brag about this again.
Speaking of hyping up Ambi's fantasies, at the Optic Arena we have AbsentPage.
Woohoo! He's gonna win.
Melee Stats favorite. We're
Uh,
gonna sponsor him one day, dude. I'm just saying it. One day, like this whole thing is just gonna.
Yeah, when
He's gonna
Melee
have to
Stats
manage.
has money, yeah.
All the book money
Completely
is gonna go
unrelated
so
note.
AbsentPage can attend an SSS, fly immediately back, and attend a local on Monday, and then he can put it in his SSB wiki.
On,
Dude,
on
I
a
think that-
completely unrelated note,
Yeah.
also at Optic Arena is going to be the recently no longer sponsored by Fry's Electronics Wizzrobe. So
RIP.
I don't know if this is RIP or if this is a rebirth, where Wizzy is gonna like show up at like winners finals and just like do a PG and just pull off his coat and just has like an Optic jersey underneath it, and then bait and switch us and be like, no, he just bought this Optic jersey. He's not actually on Optic.
Yeah, that takes a lot of like forethought that I'm not sure if Wizzy has in something that is not like necessary.
What if he's
I
like
think
going
Wizzy
to
would have
clean his
foresight in
glasses in between the games, and instead of pulling out a pair of glasses, he pulls out another jersey, like puts it on instead?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if he were to show his jersey, it would be in a way that takes 20 minutes after his opponent wins on his own counter pick. Like it would, there has to be an optimal quality to showing the jersey.
How are there so few people at Optic Arena? Like it's
And
like,
Saints Gaming too. There's like nobody at either of them.
Yeah, I mean they're just putting up some money and then like not really showing it off.
Dark Gen X, the Wandering Man, going to Optic Arena. Tuesday. Oh, maybe Tuesday could have he beats like None. I could see him beating like None if None is playing particularly sloppy or something.
You could see Tuesday beating None. All right,
like
move
if
on.
like
Move
None's
on.
lost-
Did you say
I don't wanna
Tuesday
hear-
or two Saint?
No, not Tuesday.
Wait.
It says Tuesday. the ice
Tuesday,
cream.
yes.
Okay.
It's not like I think None is definitely favored, but that's not. Like, can't you see None just playing super bad or something? And then
No.
he's lost to worse players than Tuesday.
Has he though?
Yeah, he actually has clearly. He's lost. Those are
Clearly.
like
All right, there's no
like,
clearly in that.
like locals. Or
Don't even-
I think he lost to
Okay,
like.
hold on.
fucking
Hot
Arizona.
Op is top 8 at Dreamhack Austin. Do you take Magi over Snowy?
Yeah,
Yeah, I would say so.
I feel pretty confident in that. I think Snowy's reputation as like the fluffer puff is kind of overrating his actual gameplay. Not that he's bad.
No, he's solid, but based on people in his region that I was reading about him from and just like watching him, I think he's like very good against Fox, but he's considerably weaker in the other matchups. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
there's a
sure
lot.
that's-
Like, I would go so far as to say that I think that he's Texas, correct?
Yeah, it's just Snowy's like Houston.
I don't think he's the best Texas puff.
He's
Wow.
not.
I think
I'm pretty
SDJ
sure
is a lot better.
Is JF the other puff? I forget.
That doesn't ring a bell. All right, whatever.
See, Save, I saw your shrug there. I just decided I'm just going to start asking these stupid hypothetical questions.
Yeah, I
because
love how
have
Save
no
didn't
chance
say,
of
how do you
answering
not know
them.
who Snowy is, dude?
What? I can't know all of these players and follow them. I'm sorry. And
You
when I
gotta know
don't,
who
and when
you-
I don't know, I'm not going to speak up.
Save, you gotta know.
Like
these-
I'm not
you
gonna
gotta
be.
keep
Oh
these-
yeah, I'm gonna pick Snowy over because
this
Snowy
hidden
had a
talent.
good 2014.
All right,
in 4
so
months.
we're
in
gonna
4
pick-
months when you make a Snowy video, dude.
We're gonna pick 5 players at random. You have to tell us main and region. Okay.
God.
No,
I'm glad I'm not.
ASL
on the
first
side
one.
of this.
I'd rather shoot
Yeah.
myself.
First one, Hungrybox.
Texas. Okay. Is
Is that
there
your
anything
final answer?
anything else at Optic Arena, or is Hungrybox just gonna win?
There's a ton of money for Dragon Ball Fighters, and not a lot of top players are going because of Summit of Power.
True.
So it'll be
That's
fun
really
to see
unfortunate.
someone make a lot of money at a pretty empty event.
Have AbsentPage and Hbox ever played?
Yeah, that's
They
how.
have.
Yeah, because Hungrybox after
Smash
that
and Splash 2, I believe, and then they played more recently, right?
I'm not 100% sure, but the only reason I know that because like right on his wiki and like Hungrybox tweeted out after that, like before AbsentPage was on the come up, he was like, "Yeah, this player's really good."
Ooh, Dragon Ball Fighters, we might see Super Noon versus Tachikawa. That'll be cool.
Yeah. Tachikawa's pretty good.
Realistically, I don't see anybody else like that I recognize there besides the Obscurica, who I think is the writer for what, like SRK or something.
Sure. All right, so
Do you want to
I
talk
just
about
look-
the Arcadians?
All right, here are my 2 picks for the Arcadians. Since I don't want to go too much into it, I predict MDVA Frostbite is my easy pick for favorite. And the only reason I pick Frostbite is because he beat Calvar in Ices against Marth, which makes him the greatest player in the world. So, no, I'm actually pretty sure Calvar is before, so it's not like unthinkable. But I was just really impressed with that, and I know Frostbite has been getting a lot better.
all right, next Arcadian.
SoCal Arcadian.
That one
I'm
should be pretty
going-
cool.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about this a little bit, or
I
or no?
I have no idea who's going. I don't have it in
Zach
front of me.
Zach Fair, Hulka, Venilox, Noir, Blue, Nigo.
Wait, Blue, aka Puff God 69,
I don't think it's the same guy. I
San
thought that was-
Diego Blue.
Oh yeah, actually it might be him.
All right,
Melee stats, guys. Okay, I'm going to pick Nut. That'll be my pick. Not Zach Fair. I'll pick Nut.
Nuts unranked.
I'm pretty sure. I think he's like in the 30s or late 20s. If I had to guess for SoCal.
Yeah, sure, that sounds good. I think Venilox is pretty good, but I don't really see him like beating some of the floatier matchups. I say Nut. Nut seems safe. I'll go Nut.
Safe not.
Nut's my pick.
My heart says Fire though. My heart says Fire gets 30 rests all the way to grand final. Shout out to Fire Melee stats. Let's go. All right, that's enough for Arcadian talk. What does that bring us to?
I can't tell if PTAS's video is frozen or you're just really drinking all that water.
Water bottle, dude.
I'm trying to get him this.
Oh, you did it!
There it
Let's
is.
go.
Why?
Are you
Why
quenched?
practical task? Why?
No reason.
All right, so let's go on to the Smash Invitational.
No, I saw it, Ambi. I saw him doing that before. I just want to know why. This is more important than the Invitational. Why practical task? Why do you do this?
Because I know I have 0 input, so I feel like I might as well give a visual gag for everybody that's as bored as I am.
Fair enough. So
How can you not know every player in every region?
So the Smash Invitational. How do you guys? Do you have any strong opinions either way about this?
I just know it's gonna be
Yes.
really lame, but it's gonna be really funny.
I have
And-
very strong opinions about this.
and
I
fun
get
at the
excited
same
for
time.
every new Smash installation. Whether or not it's melee-like, I enjoy them all. I've played all of them. I love all of them. Even Brawl, yes. Even the redacted game. Especially the redacted game.
That game's fun.
It's fun. But basically, my thoughts on this is basically that when a new Smash game comes out, that is like the number one sort of like harbinger of growth for the Smash community as a whole and Melee in particular.
Mm-hmm.
So we have the job. No, we have the duty as citizens of the Melee community to use the release of every new Smash Brothers game to gateway drug young teens and younger into the Melee community. Okay? 100%. That is my thought on the Smash Invitational.
Mm-hmm. It reminds me a lot of Tafo, kind of on the same vein of that, tweeted out, I think it was when Smash the Switch was announced, that it's like Smash on the Switch is going to be such a great evangelical tool for Smash, and I guess also Melee through that, because like it's a portable Smash game, so you'll see someone playing and be like, hey, you can just start up.
You can play a better game.
Yeah. Hey, look, I modded Melee onto my Switch. You want to play?
I know you're having fun playing this, but just put 50 hours of tech skill into Melee, and eventually you may go 1 and 2.
Yeah, you can.
Seriously though, when are we getting like the Switch hacked? Got Homebrew, then Linux, then Dolphin, then Melee emulated on the Switch. How long is that going to take? Why hasn't that happened yet?
The thing is that if the new Smash game for Switch, it has such great. I'm not going to talk about gameplay potential because I'm definitely not going to get my hopes up there. But as far as like competition goes, but just as far as tourney logistics, like you can run a tournament anywhere with that, you know?
Yeah.
Like at least I don't know how like lag works or whatever on the Switch versus a monitor or TV, but like you can just gather a bunch of friends like literally anywhere at a park or something. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
the logistical issue of having Switches at like a big tournament kind of skeeves me out. Like,
what do you mean?
Yes.
Like, what if
Like,
I just want to take the
theft.
tablet?
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a theft issue. But on
Dude,
the,
I can't
like,
wait till
Smash
Big House
Fest
9.
side-
I'm gonna have like 18 Switches.
You're
on
just
the
hoarding.
Smash Fest side, though, you'll have like the limiting factor of how many TVs can we fit into this space is no longer a factor, which is going to be very large. It's going to be a very big thing.
So more room for Melee setups.
Yes.
So you gotta 40 chests with it.
I do want to bring up something with you guys though, because I brought this up and I brought this up like when writing about the topic a while ago, and I sometimes still think about it. Do you think it's any like the impact of a new Smash game? I wonder if like I think at least intuitive, based on my research and people I've talked to back then, and obviously living through it the second time, like people forget that a sequel can actually do a lot for the greater Smash scene and also for Melee in terms of bringing in new players. Like Jungle Guy and Toph, I'm pretty sure got into Melee because they were introduced to Smash through Brawl, and like
I literally just said that.
I forgot about that
you
until
talked about Jungle Guy
PTAS said
Toph,
it.
I completely shut off.
Oh well, sorry about not mentioning my.
Yeah,
case
if
of
you
fiction
didn't mention
for the
Jungle
same
Guy and
thing.
Toph, then
Oh yeah, now it
doesn't
makes
matter.
sense. Yeah.
If you mentioned keep speeding though, I would have been fully on board. But yeah,
Do you guys?
basically, I just agree with PTAS, and I want to bring up that there's a conception of like fear of a new game possibly like hurting Melee in any way, and I don't really buy that. I don't think that's possible at all.
Do you guys
So you
think
agree
that?
with me?
Yeah, no, you agree with Brian.
Yeah.
What I don't think we talk about enough is that when a new Smash game comes out,
Don't you steal it.
it doesn't hurt Melee.
Okay. That's how
In
it works.
fact,
Alright, we get it. I should
actually
be more
Wait,
attentive.
wait,
helps
wait.
Melee.
I should be paying more
And
attention.
I don't
guess.
think this is talked about enough.
Okay, something I think there's probably going to be a clear consensus on this. how long, or if at all, does Smash 4 stay around?
Oh,
in
it's already
Smash?
dead.
It's dead. You guys,
Literally
It's
already
finished.
dead.
yeah, that I kind of
They
feel the same way. It's
instantly
just
moved.
Like, isn't it already having the time where people are just like, hey, we're gonna, ban Cloud and doubles at this, because why not? We're gonna, like, aren't a lot of tournaments just doing, like, whatever, because...
On the double side, for sure, there's definitely just like, yeah, we're just going to do what we want because we don't have to worry about, oh, we can't practice for, Genesis because, then our players are going to be at a disadvantage in 12 months when we're going to the next majors because we're playing with no Cloud and doubles. So nobody gives a shit anymore.
Here's a question. For these are very like smaller events, but how long until an event that has Smash 4 and Brawl that Brawl gets more entrants?
Are there going to be events featuring Smash?
No.
SmashCon?
I'm going to go with no on that one.
You think just Smash 4 is just not going to be there?
No, I think that if you have like a GOML or like a SmashCon where they're playing like every game in the Smash series that they can, Smash 4 will have more entrants than Brawl permanently because Smash 4 will probably be closer to Smash 5 than Brawl is, and also tripping.
But I think there's also that like nostalgia factor of Brawl that might bring more
Yeah,
people to it.
I feel like, especially
Yeah,
with the
Andrew's
Brawl
coming
doc
back.
coming out or whatever, like you never know what that could do for the scene, like in publicity.
Yeah.
Not that I
Yes,
think
but
it'll
also,
make it
like,
good, but...
The Melee doc had the power of Evo, and the Brawl doc has the power of question mark.
You guys remember the revival of Brawl and how it got canceled?
Oh, I didn't
It
want
didn't
to
get
bring that up.
canceled. I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure
It was just rolled into a non-Brawl tournament the next day.
Did it? Was it?
because I'm pretty sure like it was supposed to be this signed up.
We're losing you, Edwin.
Yeah. Roboto.
Only like 11 or 10 people or something absurdly small signed up for the revival of Brawl.
I believe it was 16 or 17 or so.
Oh, I'm sorry, not 11, 16 or 17.
It's okay. I was watching that. It was close to home. I think it was probably 20 minutes away from me. So I have a lot of
Did you go
personal
to Revive
connection.
Brawl? Were you
No,
there?
why would I ever?
So I think we moved away from the Smash Invitational, the event itself, more than just talking about Smash
That's
Switch.
because we have no information. We're a week before we're learning everything about the game, and we don't even know its title yet.
No,
Is
but
it
we're
time for bingo?
Like, there's only so much we can talk about when we know.
What would you want
nothing,
the title
unless
to be?
Blur wants to
PTAS,
chime
go.
in and chat and tell us everything. But for some reason, I don't think he knows either, because I feel like Nintendo's doing a really, really strict job of cutting down on the leaks.
Yeah, definitely.
Guys, I think Plup is going to win the Invitational.
Okay.
yeah.
Actually, that's a good question. Who, of the 8 attendees, who wins the Invitational?
I say it's probably got to be someone from Smash 4.
Yeah,
Plup's
that
gotta
makes
be-
sense. No.
Plup's base fundamentals. I'm riding the Plup train, baby.
Dude, Plup is going to pick, like, Blanca or something. And he's just going to get wrecked by Crash Bandicoot.
It is
Okay,
a
hold
counter
on.
pick. Well, it depends on what stage they're playing on.
Okay, hold on. Just for
Oh,
anybody
Armada's
who's
got it, I forgot
unaware,
about that.
for anybody who's unaware, the attendees are Armada, Mango, Plup, Lucky on the Melee side. On the Smash 4 side, Zero, Leo, Mr. R, Abadongo.
How many drinks do you think Mango's going to be in on stage?
Oh, like a solid 6 to 8.
So he'll be
He's-
like a little buzzed then.
Mango, whoever gets Mango in the first round is going to have a free round too, because A, Mango's not going to give a shit about the actual game. B, he's going to be hammered.
Is
guys-
it
you guys
someone's
think he'll be
job, do you
hammered?
think, at Nintendo?
It's a Nintendo.
It's-
You gotta-
Have a breathalyzer for Mango.
I mean, it's just their job. They're like, okay, follow that man.
I feel like even Mango would know that the level of the stage he's on. I don't think he's gonna get hammered or even buzzed. I think he'll actually be pretty clean.
Yeah.
I have faith.
He's still
I
not going
hope
to give a
so.
shit about the gameplay, though.
He's
Oh
more-
yeah, he's gonna SD, like he'll try to go for flashy combos and mess up or whatever.
I really don't think that he is.
Yeah, no, not actually.
I
Just for
think
the memes.
he's more likely to be hungover than drunk, and two, I think the bigger thing is that he's going to try to like do his normal pressure in a way that probably won't work.
Yeah.
In a game that probably will focus on, more
He's gonna
defensive
try to play
options.
Like it's melee.
Yeah,
I think he's just
Mango
gonna be like
goes
really
full-
aggressive and in your face, and it's gonna be like, no, dude, my shield doesn't degenerate. Like, I'm good.
I want to know what the counter is for the number of times that the melee guys try to wave dash and just get like a short hop air dodge.
Yeah,
Why even try to do it at this point? Like,
that's been the entirety of my Smash 4 play.
Yeah.
Whenever I pick it up, I always do a couple short hop wave
So-
air dodges.
Pulling back to my original question,
God.
which of those 8 players do you think wins it? My guess is 0 Leo Grand Finals, and Leo takes it because of his youth and reflexes. 0's an old man now. He's off his game. That's
I
what
can
I
see that. I
Wouldn't it
definitely
make
think
more
it was...
sen-
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, wouldn't it make more sense to like, I don't know what the bracket structure is, but they would have the melee players beat each other, the Smash 4 players beat each other, and then like the best from each.
No, why would they do that?
I was thinking they do 1 melee, 1 Smash 4 in each game in round
Yeah,
1.
that makes more sense.
Aren't they doing like a free for all or something?
Oh, we have no.
We
literally
Edwin,
have
we
no
literally
idea
have no idea.
about anything.
Dude, I'm guessing it's
Yeah.
gonna be a free for all. Okay, fine, all right. So a
Big
shout out to Ambi Sinister who
Okay.
could not be here or who did
Thank
not have a
God.
spot on tonight's show,
All right.
but
Character
he really wanted
and
us
region,
to.
Sinister, go.
He wanted us to share.
Right.
Oh god, I can't. Are we zoomed out enough?
Wait, go back to the.
Oh, I'm
So-
on the bingo card. Don't you worry.
Credit to Ambi Sinister for creating for the Smash 5 Invitational bingo.
Yeah, I feel like we need another 25 so we could do like a randomizer and like have various different bingo cards so we could each play with a randomized card.
Mhm.
But
So we
like
got
that
more
free
then.
space is so true and so
Oh
unfortunate.
yeah,
But-
no, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's pretty much a guaranteed.
super free.
Wait, why am I what the frick? Why am I on this?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Wait, where are you?
You're definitely.
What?
doing
That is absolutely not getting checked off. What?
You're definitely.
Why would? Am I that much of a clout lord? Is that?
Am
is
I
that
blind?
What you guys
Where
think
are you?
I am? Am I a clout chaser to that extent where I'm tweeting at Nintendo employees?
You might be, dude. What if
Oh.
like Reggie learns about you?
Like literally, the only way I can see that happening is if like somebody asks for some mechanics thing, and I'm just like, yeah, I know what's going on.
You know what's
J-
going on?
At
with
You-
you, that-
JC.face,
You have like
definitely
a.
only have like 22 frames of invincibility on an air dodge.
What if you just like had a beta build and you'd like tweet, oh yeah, this is actually what the interaction that happened here, like very nonchalantly, like oh yeah,
Just like yeah,
it was actually a Phantom. They brought those back.
All right. So, what do we consider the easiest way to win this bingo card? And make sure to say it out loud for the viewers. Or the
definitely
listeners.
Mango SD, Soundtrack Flames, Free Space, Mario's Cappy, and melee player calls zoning characters lame on Twitter.
Ooh,
Because the only
hard.
one that's less than 50-50 chance is the Cappy mechanics. Everything else is like almost guaranteed on that row or
Yeah.
column.
I go
Yeah, I
Mango
feel
Lucky
like-
Pick Falcon, lose every game. Brawl Ledges, melee player calls zoning character lame on Twitter. New Gen 7 Pokemon character in awful menus. So I don't use the free space.
I don't think they're going back to the Brawl menus. I don't think they're going back to the Brawl Ledges.
That would be remarkably lazy.
highly doubt it.
That would
From
be-
like a game design standpoint, I feel that the Smash 4 Ledges make way more sense, and they allow a lot more in terms of recovery. They allow a larger variety of recoveries because there are a lot of Smash 4 recoveries that have no hitbox, and which would be awful if there was ledge hogging. So you'd have to change all of those if you're going back to Brawl Ledges.
I'm with PTAS here only because it feels like there's such room for all of these things being ridiculously liking. Like there's a lot of wiggle room with melee player calls character lame on Twitter. The only thing that seems kind of up in the air is Mario has Cappy mechanics. Like that could be like wrong, but everything else seems pretty along with the free space. Like soundtrack being Flames, I feel like enough people will be talking about that. Mango SDing is like a guarantee. I think that's like the second most likely on this board.
Is the Four Corners a valid bingo? Because if it is, that's a pretty good chance that all four of those are happening.
I don't know if we see the clones in what we see. That's the thing.
Yeah, they might not. They also wouldn't want to show.
The Invitational is just all Fire Emblem characters. That's
Yeah,
all
just
you can
12
choose from.
It's just Super Smash Bros. Fire Emblem Edition.
Yeah,
It's
Marth,
like Fire Emblem
Lucina,
Heroes,
Dark Marth, Dr.
on
Marth,
console.
Dark Dr. Marth.
Edwin.
I think the one that is most likely is Jordan Kent, by far the best commentator,
Oh, the single thing that is the most likely to happen. I can see.
other than Free Space.
Yeah, Free Space is
Free Space.
super
No,
free.
Free Space is 100%. Free Space is like it's 120%, unless it goes into sub mode, which I don't think it will.
If you guys had to put a number on it, what do you think are the chances that a Smash 4 player wins versus chances that a Melee player wins?
95.5.
Yep.
I'll go
Wow, you guys
94-6.
like 95.5? You're not giving like any of the Melee players a shot?
Wait.
Here's the thing,
depends on
Edwin.
the bracket. It depends on the bracket. If it's like Smash 4 versus Melee in each round one, then my guess is 3 out of 4 Smash 4 guys advance. And in which case it's 95.5 because the finals is probably going to be Smash 4 versus Smash 4. But if it's all the Melee guys on one side of the bracket and all the Smash 4 guys on the other, then obviously it's 1 Melee, 1 Smash 4, which by the same numbers as I started with would be 75%.
Yeah, who's
So it
doing
depends on the
the
bracket.
seeding for this event?
Edwin.
Reed, are you taking care of this?
Yeah, we
This
is
is gonna-
definitely seeding.
This is gonna sound ridiculous, but like I feel like the whole Smash 4 like storyline or narrative or whatever would be a missed out marketing opportunity by Nintendo if they didn't set it up by having the two play separately and then the best of each come together, you know?
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the thing is, you honestly have to tell me that you believe that a Melee player, when playing Grand Finals, would actually try as hard as a Smash 4 player would.
You don't think what about Armada?
Armada's the only one. Dude, everyone else would mentally check out after the first 30 seconds when they get hit by some item that appears.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Looking at that
Tell me they're
list,
not doing items.
yeah.
Like, they get hit by a Final Smash and they're like, alright, I don't care. Like,
No. Here, I got it. Here's what they're gonna do. They're gonna do non-competitive round robin, like items, wacky ass stages, to seed the top 8 bracket. And then the top 8 bracket is going to be competitive 1v1,
triple
legal-ish
right?
stages, maybe even just Omega stages. So the first half will be the for fun, and then the second half will be for glory. In which case, it would mostly end up being the Smash 4, the higher seeds, and the Melee the lower seeds. And in which case, 95.5.
Is that what you wanted, Edwin?
I don't even.
They're gonna play 8-player Smash to start.
No, oh yeah.
Oh my god!
What if the whole tournament's 8-player
Oh,
Smash?
That's
No.
It's
That's
one
like
game.
strange
They play
rule.
one
They're not
game.
inviting all these,
No,
all these
save,
Smash
save, that's
personalities
actually-
for 8-player.
Save,
They're
that's
starting with
actu-
8-player.
Save. I'm not gonna front. That's like strangely plausible that it's actually.
What
just
if it's first to 10, 8-player free-for-all?
They use the competitive rules of the
How
Wii U
stupid that would
Invitational.
be. People would be so mad.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
it could...
It's gonna be Smash Bros. Battle Royale, and everybody in the audience is gonna join in.
Oh god damn it. Do you think
All right.
we've memed enough for this podcast?
No, we gotta speculate more. So all jokes aside, I think Zero is definitely my favorite, but I'll pick Plup because he just feels like this weird blend of talent and sick, and he's a dark horse, so why not pick Plup?
Okay, wait, hold on. Back the frick up.
Yeah, you're
Uh-oh.
kidding me.
The first column of this bingo card is Mango or Lucky Falcon lose every game. Smash 4 player wins. Someone says Plup Club. No directional air dodge. Rage is back. Every single one of those is a 95% chance of happening.
I don't know if Rage is back has that high of a chance.
I really hope not.
No, Rage is gonna... You
Rage
guys
is-
give Nintendo way too much credit.
I just want
I
to
don't know.
believe it's.
It could be that I don't care enough about Smash 5
Yeah,
to
I
think
feel
that
like-
hard.
I mean, honestly, this whole segment has just been empty speculation.
Yeah. No, if they're smart, Rage is back, but it's based off of knockback growth, not base knockback. So all the stupid 20% the middle hits of Zeros to Samus's up B killing are going to stop, while Rage can actually still be a thing. So my money is on Rage is back, but changed, tweaked in some way. Not identical, because if it's identical, then all the Smash 4 players are going to be like, well, shit. We're going to stay with Smash 4 now because... No, they're not going to stay with Smash 4.
Yeah, no, Smash 4's
Yeah,
dead.
I don't know if there is a situation.
Alright, my prediction is that Plup wins with Bowser.
Nope.
You think
Prediction is
Bowser's gonna be
not
in
even
it?
in the demo.
This is gonna say they're gonna have Mario Brothers in the game. What a moron.
I only thought Bowser because I played a friendly with Bowser yesterday on NetPlay with the tag Bane and just dash dance. And just dash dance grab.
Wheat looks so upset with you. I can feel the rage emanating.
I think Zero's gonna win because yesterday I saw a license plate that had 0 in it.
Okay, if Zero is the favorite, which character do you think is likely? Which character do you think people are going to talk about if you had to just throw a wild guess out there?
Okay, let's see.
What do
Well, I
you
saw
think?
a dog today,
Goku,
so there's
easy.
probably a dog character.
There's probably Duck Hunt Dog, dude.
The dog from Nintendogs.
Look, they're going to announce Goku. Lucky's going to play it because he's a weeb. Mango's going to play Falcon and lose every game.
Yeah.
Lucky is going to make it to Grand Finals with Goku and lose to Zero's Minecraft Steve.
How many characters from Undernight, In-Birth, EXE, Late, ST are going to be in there?
And Knuckles.
What about Hank Hill? Can Hank Hill be in?
I think we should end the podcast forever.
The podcast is canceled.
We
Sorry,
made it to
guys.
double-digit episodes.
Yep,
That's,
we can
I
quit
proved
now.
Next
everything
week
I
we're
wanted to
coming back
prove.
with Smash
Well,
5
what was
stats.
what was the nail in the coffin? Was it Bane or was it well before that?
I think it was Minecraft Steve who really did it
Oh
for
yeah,
me.
Minecraft Steve. is
Because
pretty low.
it's a non-zero chance that happens, and that makes me really sad.
If Smash 5 has Master Shake, Meatwad, and Frylock, I'll get it.
Oh my god. No. Not Master Shake, Master Chief.
Master
Oh my
Chief.
God.
He's got. Wait, well, when you say Master Chief,
Don't
are you
say the
talking-
words Master Chief to Edwin. Did you know my Samus almost took one friendly off of some guy who's almost good in CT? Yeah, this guy wasn't PR'd, but I took a couple stocks off.
What about the actual inventor of the lawnmower budding, and his weapon is just a lawnmower?
Alright, we're done. We're done.
All right,
here.
guys, this has
We're
been the
done.
Melee
Good
Stats
night.
Podcast.
This has been the 10th episode of the Melee Stats Podcast with our host that is probably going to be kicked off the show, Edwin Budding. Give me
Oh
that
wow,
week.
Survivor style.
Wow, dude.
And Practical
Get the fuck
Test.
outta here.
Nice to meet you guys.
All
I
right.
hope you guys
Fun talking.
enjoyed.
No points in the melee stats round.
I'm salty. See you guys next time. Shutting off the stream.